principles, ethics and morality in leadership. So more than 21 years has been associated with ISKCON, and other things we have already mentioned, but you are already very well aware of them. So thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for inspiring us for a story. Actually, has shared that how we came in touch with the devotees and about the nature of mind and how mind always needs engagement. Always demand. And we see that the most rascal part of our existence is the mind. That's why we say mind your own business. We never say body your own business. Because body is not that naughty. It's the mind which is naughty. You only see there are swindlers, how they get caught up in all of these scandals. Because they do not take care of their own mind. That's why they are giving discourses. Yes, there are people, the pseudo-spiritualists outside we see. But because they are educating to the world, but they are not educating their own minds, and that's why they get caught up. And then again we get to see, Sansari, अंधेरे को चीरती आएगी, एक और पागल बिल्ला किसी की बीवी को लेके भाग गया, बोलते हैं ब्रेक के बाद. But why this thing happens? Because the mind. I know people who are very qualified, very wealthy, very influential, very famous. They have power, post, position, aristocracy, comforts, fame, beauty, handsomeness, everything they have. Yet they are depressed. They have everything. Why? Because when the mind is dark, even though you may have the best of opulences, you may have branded food, Zomato, Swiggy, Uber Eats, but your mind eats you. Then what to do? So that's why it is very important to take care of the mind. You see, it's the nature of mind to remain always dissatisfied. It's the nature of mind. जैसे कहना कभी-कभी ना दांत में सॉफ्ट हो जाती है, so बार-बार जीभ का आती है. Again the tongue goes to which part of the mouth? जहाँ सॉफ्ट फंसी हुई ना बार-बार. We are talking, we are conversing in between. So we can tell the tongue, well, tongue, there are other places also, please roam around there as well. No. There is something which is stuck. Again. That's the nature of mind. Even if you have got 99% things good, one thing which is troublesome, the mind goes there again and again. That's the nature of mind. So that means the nature of mind is to get attached to negative things quickly. To go towards positive things? Nah, hardly. And that's why you see in most of the TV serials also, there is more negativity. 5,000 episodes with no story, and 4,999 episodes full of negativity. One episode every little positivity. Then that's it. Because mind demands that. Mind wants negativity. In newspaper also you see most of the news is actually negative news. Because mind wants that. The day you will have positive news on a newspaper. What news? Crazy. So that's the nature of mind. Mind has become naturally negative. And it remains dissatisfied also. That's the nature of mind. Once there was a king, he used to go to his kingdom just to see that whether everything is working fine or not. So he had one of his ministers, and they would disguise themselves and just see that everything is fine or not. So this king, he saw one Brahmin. He was poor Brahmin. And he was very happy, very satisfied. So he asked his minister, how come, I'm the king. I'm not happy, I'm not satisfied. But this poor Brahmin is happy, is satisfied. Why so? So the minister said, well, jahan bana, because he is not member of 99's club. That's why. 99's club? What is this 99's club? So the minister said, well, jahan bana, let me practically demonstrate to you. So next day in the morning, when the Brahmin came out of his hut, so there was one box. And he opened the box. It was filled with gold coins. So he counted those gold coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Again he counted 99. Aji sunti ho Bhagwan? She counted 99. Uh-oh. That means the one who wanted to give gold coins, he wanted to give 100 gold coins but gave 99. So in case if I get one gold coin, then I can boast. I am the owner of 100 gold coins. But to say, I got 99 gold coins, not good. So I should get one more gold coin. So he went to the landlord. He said, how much should I work for you that you give me 1 gold coin? He said, well, in case you transfer these bags of grains from this side to that side for 1 month, 6 hours every day, I'll give you 1 gold coin. So this Brahmin started working every day 6 hours, transferring the bag of grains from this side to that side. 1 month, at the end of the month, he got 1 gold coin. He took this gold coin, put that inside the box, started counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 95, 96, 97, 98. 98? I added 1. And then he asked his wife, how come I just added 1 gold coin, but instead of 99 now it has become 98? She said, actually, in Indore there was some sale was there, so I went for some shopping and for our kid Bablu and Pinky. So, and in this way 2 gold coins, actually I spent. So, okay, now it is 98. In case now if I get 2 gold coins, then I can boast around that I got 100 gold coins. Again he went to the landlord. He said, instead of 6 hours, if I work for 12 hours every day for 1 month, will you give me 2 gold coins? He said, yes, absolutely, simple mathematics. 6 hours every day, 1 month, transfer the grains from this side to that side, 1 gold coin. For 12 hours, 2 gold coins. And then every day this Brahmin was working for 12 hours. And now showing this example to the king, the minister said, Jahapana, now he has also become member of the 99th club. Now his happiness is gone. So anyone and everyone in this world, those who become the member of the 99th club, they would not be happy. What you have, you are not happy. What you don't have, you are always craving. That's the nature of mind. Craving. Have you seen sometimes when the vehicles, they pass by, then the dogs, they chase the vehicle. Wow, 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 wow. One after another, one vehicle, second vehicle, third vehicle. I don't know whether they're in your campus or Indore or not, but in Delhi, it is there. But they can't touch any of the vehicle. One vehicle, another vehicle. It just keep happening, that's it. But they do not touch even single vehicle. That's the nature of mind. Always craving that which is not. Either is saying, when it is cold, so when it is hot, then it is cold, then it wants cold. When it is cold, then it wants hot. Always desiring that which is not. And that's the nature of mind. Actually. It's always craving for that which is not. Always craving for that which is not. In this way, the mind remains hungry. So my question to all of you is that whether we should be satisfied or whether we should not be satisfied. In case you believe that no, never settle. 1+. Never be satisfied. Raise your hand. Okay. Those who say, no, we should be satisfied. Raise your hand. Okay. Who are confused? Who are confused, whether they are confused or not? Okay. So we will discuss about this, whether we should be satisfied or whether the mind should be satisfied, whether the mind should not be satisfied. But firstly, we should know the nature of this mind. So the nature of the mind we can discuss in the form of an acronym. M-I-N-D. M stands for magnify the problem. One of the functions of the mind is to magnify the problem. The problem is smaller, but what makes it big, what makes it appear big, is the mind. Like sometimes you will see some people say, कितना politics है यहाँ पर, कितना politics है ना, मेरे घर पे भी politics, मेरे ऑफिस में भी politics, पता है मैं मंदिर गया ना, वहाँ भी politics, सब जगह politics. Once somebody came to me and he said, Prabhuji, what's happening in your temple? I said, well, chanting of the holy name is happening and the solemn distribution is happening. Holy discourses from the pure devotees, that is happening. That's what's happening. He said, no, you don't know what's happening. He said, what's happening? He said, politics. Politics is happening. I said, yes, it's happening. In one place. In your mind. तेरे खोपड़े मोरी politics, बाकी और को politics नहीं है. So what gives meaning to an event? It's the mind. कहीं को तो ये पता नहीं होता हमसे politics हुआ. मुझे बताना पड़ता है. पता है तेरे साथ क्या हुआ है? क्यों हुआ? तेरे साथ politics हुई है. कब? किसने की? कैसे? अबे यार तू तो घना आदमी है तू एकदम, तेरे साथ पॉलिटिक्स हुई है, but when? Because it is all in the mind. It's all in the mind. Simple activity can be given a meaning, a negative meaning by the mind. So small problems appear big. Why? Because of mind. But usually we see the world through the magnifying glass of mind. And that's why people make even smaller problems, they commit suicide also. This happens. There was one guy, he was always rank 1. Standard 1 till standard 12. Rank 1, rank 1, rank 1, rank 1. He appeared for IIT. Rank 43. So किसी को 43 rank है तो दुखी बात है, सुखी बात है. This is how the mind plays game with us. Even though things are good, yet because we see through the mind the world and we are not taking care of the mind, this is what happens. There was one family, they came to me and they said, Prabhuji, our daughter-in-law, she is always sad, always morose. Please can you do some counseling? So I said, so you are morose. Maybe your husband is not good, that's why. I said, this is Kalyu Kamal. In Kalyu, this kind of husband we get. Even after doing 16 सोमवार के व्रत, एक लड़कियां रहती है ना 16 सोमवार के शिवजी के व्रत की, हमें अच्छा सा, बोला सा, क्यूटी पाई सा, भले वो मिला उसको, आधा टेढ़ा ही मिला उसको. That's the way nowadays supply ही खराब है, क्या कर सकते हैं. She said, no, don't say like that. My husband, he's so good. I said, okay. And I said, maybe your in-laws are not good. And in-laws are in-laws, parents are parents. She said, no, my in-laws, they love me more than my parents. Please don't say like that. Sure. Then I said, maybe because you are sad, because your children, they are not so submissive, they are not obedient. These children nowadays, so cranky. She said, no, they are so obedient, please don't say like that. Sure. Said, then maybe, financial crisis. Lakshmi, she is stable only in one place, at the lotus feet of Narayan. Otherwise, she is very chanchala. Sometimes she is there with this person, sometimes with that person. So, a king can be a pauper can become a king. It happens. She said, no, there is no financial crisis. We have got a lot of money. We have got farm. We have everything organic. I said, then maybe you have got some health issues. These bodies, disease-prone bodies, lower back pain, knee pain. That's a default function nowadays. She said, no, I am very strong. I said, दबा दो, जान निकाल दो किसी का. But your health is good. Financially you are doing well. Your husband is good. Your children are good. Your in-laws are good. So why are you so sad? He said, actually, I want to settle in America, but my husband says, no, we will be in India. So that's why I'm sad. Wow. That's the nature of mind. So M stands for magnify the problem. M also stands for meaning to an event is also given by the mind. That's like every day somebody says, hey, good morning, hey, good morning, hey, good morning. Third day this person doesn't say good morning. My mind gives meaning to it. Familiarity breeds contempt. Every day good morning, today no good morning. Maybe this person is lost, he's thinking something else. It can happen. So people judge, people see things through their mind. And once husband and wife, they came to me. They were very quarrelsome couple. So I asked, why you are fighting quarreling with each other? And then wife said, actually Prabhuji, I read somewhere that those men who have got this brown eyes, green eyes, they are not trustworthy. And my husband has got green eyes. So, पता नहीं सब कुछ चक्कर चल रहा होगा इसका. Maybe he has got connection with his secretary or something like that. Okay. And I asked the husband, why, you have problem with your wife? He said, I read somewhere that those ladies who have got copper color hair, they are not trustworthy. Every day he looks at copper color hair. Not trustworthy. Maybe in my absence, she can call somebody. Now, she is also loyal, he is also loyal. But सारी खिचड़ी कहाँ पक रही है? मन के अंदर. M stands for man. You cannot imagine that. But only the pleasure part, mind imagines. I wish I could be with this person. I wish I could be that thing. watching me? Nobody's watching me. So I will enjoy. Imagines pleasure. And because the mind is imagining pleasure, that's why some delivered. Wow. So which is good? Difficult question. 1 generation or 21 generation? Which is good? 21. So we should go by that. So that's why some sacrifices were there only in previous ages. They are not for this age.
But in the Manusmriti, there are some verses where it said that you can eat the meat.
Manusmriti does not exist. Now what we have is Macaulay Smriti.
But actually the Bhishma is referencing the, when he answers the Yudhishthira, he is saying that the Manu has said, Manusmriti. So he is quoting the Manusmriti.
Yes, because Manusmriti.
And this section is also mentioned in Manusmriti.
In Manusmriti currently it is interpolated. Because Macaulay took the scholars from India, he took it to England, and then he interpolated that interpolated Manusmriti is now in India. That which was burned by B.R. Ambedkar was not Manusmriti. It was Macaulay Smriti, which said, women should be this, that, eating this, that. It was all interpolated by Macaulay. Max Muller and Macaulay were Indologists who came to India to interpolate scriptures, so that Indians lose faith in their scriptures. That's why probably the example of Macaulay. It was a big time conspiracy. After you reading this section, a person who is following Sanatana Dharma will say, well, this is what is given. This is what we should be offering. Interpolation. And Mahabharata also has undergone interpolation. As per Shastra, Mahabharata has got 1 lakh.
Bhagavad Gita is a part of Mahabharata.
Yes. So Bhagavad Gita, what is specialty about Bhagavad Gita is that Bhagavad Gita has been commented by many acharyas. So the original text is maintained. But the rest of the Mahabharata is not commented by everyone else. So some interpolation happened. But 700 verses of Bhishma Parva, many scholars, they commented. And as soon as you comment, you take the original text and then you comment. So whosoever comments. So Bhagavad Gita's integrity got maintained. Why? Because commentators commented on the Bhagavad Gita. That's why. Like Srimad Bhagavatam has got 31 commentators. So original text of Srimad Bhagavatam is maintained. No interpolation happened. But in Mahabharata, some interpolation has happened. That's why in current Mahabharata there are 1,10,000 verses. Originally there were only 1 lakh verses. So that means kuch to plus minus 1. And these verses can be from that as well. Manusmriti has also undergone interpolation.
So the scriptures are questionable.
Yes, scriptures are questionable, but there are scriptures which are not questionable. Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam are not questionable because original text is maintained by the acharyas. So not all scriptures. So some part is questionable. Like Mahabharata is questionable. Ramayana, it is more or less, it is not questionable. It is fine. But Bhagavad Gita absolutely pure. It is commented by Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Adi Shankaracharya, Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, Shri Vishwanath Thakur, Shri Baldev Vidyabhushan. Many scholars have commented. So original text is Srimad Bhagavatam again, 31 scholars have commented. Wow. So original text is maintained. So which part is trustworthy then? Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam is 500% trustworthy. And you see, people are still becoming spiritual by reading this Bhagavad Gita because it is not interpolated. That's why. Okay, anything else? Anjali, say yes.
Whatever you have taught, these inspiring things you have told, so what are the ways we can retain it? Because many times I had listened such a spiritual things and but how to maintain or inculcate in our daily.
How come drunkards are able to maintain drinking? Because they drink in association. इकट्ठा होंगे दारू पीने के लिए आजा सोडा वोडा डाल के दिस दैट because they drink in association. Although this drinking leads to deterioration of their health, they go into dialysis, their kidneys are spoiled. But कोई भी नशा करता है ना तो spirituality का नशा भी क्या करेगा? संगति में. So that's why we have classes here. We can come to this place. So what's the frequency of classes, Krishna?
Yeah, thank you. So you all have received a couple of things. One is the information regarding the course that we got, the Science of Self-Realization. It's a course with the essence of Bhagavad Gita. as amogh is very aptly put it, it's 500% pure. It's for thousands of years, several great teachers have been commenting on the same 700 shlokas. So, but it's of course very deep and very philosophical. So we have simplified it for students and in the form of a 12-session course. So it's in two parts, part 1 and part 2. So each part has 6 sessions with a PowerPoint presentation and also discussions on that. And each session is a topic that you have got the essence of it in that pamphlet that you will receive. So this is on every Saturday. Actually, on Sunday, Sunday is not on Sunday, it's on Saturday. So Saturday morning at 11 o'clock, we have a small center right next to the main gate, IIT gate number 1. You just pass my center, right? So some of you are regularly visiting, like Dr. Venkatesh also comes there. So we have weekly classes there, and those of you who are interested, you can join. And also we have weekly classes here in Dr. Venkatesh's house, right here. Every Saturday at what time?
6 p.m.
6 p.m. So in the evening we have here, and in the morning at 11 a.m. we have in the center, which is also very close next to the main gate. So either place, and for this course you can come over there to the center for 6 weeks. You can try it out, see how it helps you understand Bhagavad-gita easily or not. If you have any questions, you can ask, and it includes lunch also, lunch prashadam and kirtan and other. So yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, any other question? Yes. Yes.
First of all, I am very liking your way of explaining. And the question is that already you explained about the distraction and all. So some query I have like an explanation कि जैसे हमको पता है कि कुछ चीज़ हमको करना है नहीं करना है सही गलत पता है बट हमारा माइंड वही भागता है और जैसे ऐसे ही होता है कि जैसे हम मतलब मन मार के भी कोई चीज़ नहीं करनी चाहिए सपोज वी आर स्टडी एंड somehow some party is going on and then we want to go but we know that study is important and we say yes because we don't want to go but we are not able to concentrate because our mind is there. So is this good or
okay? So sometimes when party is happening and we have to study, but mind बोल रहा होता है चलो ना यार party करते हैं ना. So should we go for party or not? क्या मन को मारना चाहिए नहीं मारना चाहिए?
we are not going then what the
जब we are not going so मन को मार रहे हैं ना बेसिकली. So मन को मारना अच्छी बात है कि नहीं? हाँ जी मारना चाहिए. हमको मन को नहीं मारेंगे we will all become animals actually. जिसने जिसको देखा वाह मुझे पसंद आ गई. मैडम I love you. मेरे मन में आया बस मोरालिटी. अरे मोरालिटी क्या होती साहब बस मन में आया मैं कर दिया. So इसलिए मन को मारना भी सीखना चाहिए. हालांकि मन को मारना is not the solution. It's not the ultimate solution. But for a time being, you should do that. मन को मारना भाई अगर आपके कल एग्जाम है और आज आपको है इंडिया पाकिस्तान मैच 2020 वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल्स तो सोचे यार इंडिया पाकिस्तान मैच 2020 वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल्स ये तो लाइफ दोबारा अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं आएगी रे. पर इंटेलिजेंस बोलेगी अरे भाई पूरे साल नहीं पढ़ा जो झंडे गाड़ने हैं आज रात को गाड़ने हैं मैच नहीं देखना भाई बोलेगा देखें. इंटेलिजेंस बोलेगी अरे हाईलाइट्स देख लियो कल छोड़ दे. कभी किसी सुननी चाहिए इंटेलिजेंस की या माइंड की? जैसे कभी कभी मन को मारना भी जरूरी होता है. मन के अंदर कुछ भी मन तो बच्चा है ना. बच्चा तो कुछ ही मांगता है ना मुझे ये चाहिए मुझे वो चाहिए उसकी डिजायर कुछ भी करेंगे हम.
No, my question is that sir that we know that's why we are not doing.
Yeah.
We know that's why we are not going. But here also we are not supposed to concentrate.
Okay, so we are not able to concentrate. So what we should do?
That is one.
We should make that activity very gross. We should make that activity very gross. ऐसा हम पढ़ाई मन नहीं लग रहा अगर तो बोल बोल के पढ़िए. So more gross thing, right? फिर भी आपका मन भाग रहा है अगर then study as if because when you're teaching you're not distracted. Those who are getting taught they can get distracted. जैसे मैं बोल रहा था ना I was not distracted. Somebody who is listening can get distracted. What time हो गया? स्वामी तो बोल रहा है. क्या हो गया? बोल रही है तो मतलब किसी को व्हाट्सएप हो सकता है किसी So speaker doesn't get distracted. Listeners can get distracted. So when you study as if you are teaching, then you do not get distracted. Okay, students. So today we are going to study Pythagoras theorem. So perpendicular square plus base square is equal to hypotenuse square. Rahul, focus, please. So there is no Rahul sitting. Nobody. Oh, sorry, Rahul. So you make that activity of studying very gross. So that helps in focusing the mind while studying. And as soon as you start getting focused, again you can come to silent level of study. But as soon as your mind is moving here and there, being too restless, then make your that particular activity very gross. That will help you. And early morning studies are very good. देखो लेट नाइट स्टडीज होती है ना, उसमें मैगी नूडल्स ज्यादा होते हैं, पढ़ाई वढ़ाई कम होती है उसमें। एक नूडल बनाया, फिर एक आध घंटे बाद फिर कुछ खाना पीना, हाँ एक आध नेटफ्लिक्स पे पिक्चर देख ली। पढ़ाई, रात की पढ़ाई तो इज नॉट दैट क्वालिटी पढ़ाई। मॉर्निंग की पढ़ाई इज क्वालिटी पढ़ाई। I remember when I was studying, so in one of my exams, I forgot to study one book, and that was 9 PM. कल एग्जाम। एक ऑप्शन है कि ना मैं पूरी रात पढ़ूं, मैं करने गया, अभी सो जाता हूँ। I slept by 9, got up by 1, 4 hours of sleep. From 1 AM till 7 AM, 6 hours I completed one book because mind was fresh. I'm not saying that you make it a value activity. But what I'm saying is that when you sleep early and get up early, then you have better focus. Then you पूरे दिन के थके हुए होते हो आप, कोई किताब खोलो उसमें efficiency नहीं होगी। So morning studies are more absorbed studies. Basically, morning time is very good. That will also help you. Okay, any other question? Yes.
Actually, sir, now main question is that I want to relate with. Like when one should go for the spiritual desire or practice,
As soon as
believe that those who believe they are going, is it that they don't believe, but they know like this is good and they are just trying to do, but they are in their heart and their mind they are not accepting. So is it good or when they accept?
Yeah, that's also good. In the beginning, what we do is to ignite. Later, what we do is to express.
Like suppose in our heart, if there is some confusion, we are believing or not, and
So then you should ask questions.
we should ask, and if after that also we are chanting and we are doing.
Chanting, you ask more questions.
That is not fake or.
No, that's not fake. And they say, fake it till you make it. Fake it. उसको fake मत बोलेंगे। नहीं किसी काम का नहीं है। Fake it till you make it. So the beginning you have to do it deliberately, consciously. जब टाइपिंग करते हैं ना शुरू में हम टाइपिंग कैसे करते हैं? G H O S T. But once you become habitual, then right? But at the beginning it is more deliberate, conscious thing. In the beginning when we drive, then we are conscious. Okay, clutch दबाना है, गियर चेंज करना है, okay, अब क्लच छोड़ना है, रेस देना है, we are conscious. इसमें भी कोई संतरा देने, संतरा मारो, देख बदतमीजी है, देखिए हम ड्राइविंग कर रहे हैं, क्लच दबाना है, गियर चेंज करना है, रेस देना है. But when you keep practicing, होता है क्या धीरे-धीरे करके you are naturally into it. So संतरा भी खा लेते हो, फोन में बात भी कर लेते हो, पुलिस वाले को देख लेते हो, सब काम हो जाता है. पर शुरू में नहीं होता. So you have to practice it. To come to spontaneous platform, you have to practice it very rigorously. So see, that's spirituality. In the beginning, mind is restless. Mind का वो तो क्या बस अब कर दोगे थोड़ा हरे कृष्णा, अब इतना थोड़ा से हो पाएगा, इससे ज़्यादा नहीं हो पाएगा हमारा. But when you keep practicing it, then it becomes natural for you. Yeah. Okay, yes.
प्रभु जी, जैसे कि अगर आपने जो शरीर धारण किया हुआ है, तो क्या इस धरती पे आखिरी है या फिर आप
मेरा? मेरे मुझे पता नहीं, पर आई थिंक मुझे मे बी 93 जन्म वाले होंगे.
नहीं, जैसे कि मोक्ष मिल जाने पे जैसे
मेरा तो अभी मोक्ष नहीं है, मेरे को तो अभी बहुत सेवा करनी है. प्रभु जी है, प्रभु जी is going after this life, so you can learn from Prabhu ji, take inspiration from Prabhu ji, that you can do. So मेरा तो कुछ पता नहीं, I have no idea. Maybe next life, maybe next to next life, maybe after 100 lives, you know. So मेरा तो कुछ पता नहीं है. लेकिन प्रभु जी का confirm है. So you know where to then connect.
So I may just. The thing is, the more important question is that you are on the journey. It's not when you will reach. As long as you are on the journey, you are going in the right direction. It may be tomorrow, it may be after 10 years. It doesn't make much of a difference because eventually you are going to reach the right destination. Right? And how long it's going to take, you can never know. Depends on बीच में अगर रुक गए तो, बीच में अगर रुक गए पीछे मुड़ गए तो कुछ भी हो सकता है. या अचानक आपको इंस्पिरेशन आ गया और एकदम फास्ट चले गए तो जल्दी भी हो सकता है. So that's up to Krishna. So circumstances are not in our control. Future is ultimately Krishna's. But the main thing is that we are on the right direction and we. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
But you people are anxiety free?
No, we also take anxiety. We also take anxiety. Like Prabhuji is taking anxiety for making a temple. I have to make a beautiful temple for another woman. Not for himself. Not that he will have a palatial room. No. He would still have one small room, one same bed. This bed would get transferred to that room. So he wants a palatial temple for Indore Vasis. So devotees also take anxiety.
Even the Lord is in anxiety.
The Lord is
He
in
the most anxiety.
Yeah.
Why he is in anxiety? Because we have all left him and come to this middle world and we are not taking any efforts to go back. So to reduce his anxiety, we go out and preach.
Yes.
We do Lila, inspire everyone. This way the Lord's anxiety will be reduced. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said in Chaitanya Charitamrita, so many fruits I'm having. How alone can I distribute? Actually, we came by our own will here. The Lord knows us. It's like a father. When the children go away, he is always in anxiety. When will my child, my daughter, son, when will he come? And when the son or his daughter comes back, then he is released. So this is why we have to reduce the anxiety.
And Prabhuji as well by making a nice temple. Rather good. So devotees also take anxiety not for themselves,
For the
but
service
for the
of
Lord,
God.
for everyone else, and they come closer to Krishna. They become happy. This anxiety is taken by devotees.
I have a question. I want to know what is the dharma and karma.
Dharma is on two levels. One is on the level of body, and there is on the level of soul. At the level of soul, bhakti is the dharma. At the level of body, you make your living, you earn, you do your duties nicely, you take care of your family nicely. So at the level of body also we have dharma. At the level of soul also there is dharma. So we have to take care of both of them. Yes.
So how can we understand the track we are in? Is it right track for us, or we have to make that track right for us?
Actually, for that we have to be in the guidance of a person who has a divine wisdom. Like Arjuna also lost track, what to do, what not to do. What did he do at that time? He took shelter of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna showed him the track, which is the right track. So when you are in confusion, you should take shelter of the teachers, the spiritual teachers. हाँ? अच्छा, दुनिया बनाने वाली क्या तेरे मन में समाई? काहे को दुनिया बनाई? Right?
इतनी परेशानियां और कभी अच्छा भी लगता है यहाँ पे.
Yes. Like a person in this world when they get married, why do they get married? किसी को पूछना, तो शादी होगी तूने? कहता मैं अपनी पत्नी से प्यार करूँगा, मेरी पत्नी मेरे से प्यार करेगी, मेरे बच्चे मेरे से प्यार करेंगे और मैं अपने बच्चों को प्यार करूँगा, right? इसी से इच्छा शादी करता है व्यक्ति. Originally, this desire is in the Lord. Why He created souls? Because for loving exchanges. That we love God, God loves us. Very nice. पर love के साथ एक twist है. और love के साथ twist ये है that in love there has to be choice. Without choice there cannot be love. जैसे किसी लड़की का मैं कल पे ऐसे बदूल दूँ, ए चल I love you बोल मेरे को. So she may say I love you, but is that love or is that fear? हाँ? मुश्किल सवाल है. Fear है ना? चॉइस ही नहीं इसके अंदर। और से अगर टापू में मान लो लड़का लड़की है, लड़का आरा टेढ़ा सा एकदम, उसके दांत भी बाहर है, और लड़की बोले आई लव यू, शादी कर लो मेरे। अब लड़की सोचे गोरिल्ले से तो शादी कर नहीं पाऊंगी मैं, यही है टापू पे इकलौता। क्या आई लव यू टू, ये प्यार है कि मजबूरी है? मजबूरी है। दैट मीन्स इन लव देयर हैज टू बी चॉइस। बिना चॉइस के लव हो नहीं सकता। और लव के साथ ट्विस्ट क्या है? चॉइस का ट्विस्ट क्या है? चॉइस का यूज भी होता है, चॉइस का मिसयूज भी होता है। भगवान के साथ हमारी चॉइस का यूज क्या होगा? गॉड आई लव यू, बहुत अच्छा हो गया, वेरी नाइस, गॉड आई लव यू, आई डिड द राइट चॉइस। पर इसमें मिसयूज भी हो सकता है। गॉड आई लीव यू, तो मिसयूज हो गया तो रिस्क है। तो आई लव यू हो सकता है और आई लीव यू हो सकता है। ओके, तो यानी कुछ ऐसा होना चाहिए कि अगर कोई आई लीव यू चुन ले तो आई लव यू में कन्वर्ट हो जाए उसका आई लीव यू। ऐसा सिस्टम भी कुछ होना चाहिए। तो ये कैसे बन गया फ्लो चार्ट? गॉड मेड एवरीथिंग, द सोल्स फॉर लव, डिवाइन लव। लव के लिए क्या चाहिए? चॉइस। चॉइस की अब दो ऑप्शंस हैं, यूज भी हो सकता है, मिस यूज हो सकता है। यूज बोले तो आई लव यू, मिस यूज बोले तो आई लीव यू। आई लव यू हो तो अच्छी बात, आई लीव यू रिस्क है। सो आई लीव यू को कन्वर्ट में करने के लिए कुछ सिस्टम होना चाहिए, सो दैट आई लीव यू कैन बी कन्वर्टेड टू आई लव यू। तो वो सिस्टम भला क्या है आई लीव यू को आई लव यू में कन्वर्ट करने का? वो है ये दुनिया। इस दुनिया में वी लर्न दैट I leave you God, we remain miserable, we cannot be happy, so let me choose to love him. In this way I leave you God is converted to I love you God. So दुनिया बनाने वाले क्या तेरे मन में समाए? काहे को दुनिया बनाई? भगवान ने दुनिया इसलिए बनाई so that our choices can be repaired. Our choices can be repaired. The purpose of this creation is choice repairment system. From I leave you God to I love you God.
तो पिता ने भी दो बच्चे आपस में प्रेम करें, वो भी बहुत उन्हें अच्छा लगेगा।
बिल्कुल सी बात है।
तो क्या ये संसार में है जो प्राणी आपस में प्रेम करते हैं?
हाँ जी, ऐसे प्राणी ना आपस में प्यार नहीं करते, सारे प्राणी खुद ही से प्यार करते हैं। इस दुनिया में कोई किसी से प्यार नहीं करता, लड़का लड़की भी ना कोई किसी से प्यार नहीं करता। जब तक मेरे को मजा दे रही है ना, I love you so much señorita, you are gorgeous baby, but actually इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ कि मेरे को अच्छा लगता है। जिससे मजा आना बंद हो गया ना, अरे सेñorita किनारे कैटरीना आ जाएगी इसकी लाइफ में, अब बेकार है, वही सड़ी बातें करती है, पका देती है। क्यों तुमको मजा नहीं आ रहा? मजा नहीं आ रहा, अजीब सी है। तो इस दुनिया में कोई किसी से प्यार नहीं करता, सब खुद से प्यार करते हैं। जब तक मेरा मजा I love you too, I love you three, because I am getting joy, I am enjoying it. जैसे वो खत्म, रिश्ता खत्म।
संत जब किसी पे कृपा करते हैं तो वो उनके ऊपर प्यार नहीं करते हैं या क्या कहते हैं?
प्यार करते हैं और ऊपर बोला प्यार नहीं करते। हाँ ये मेरा पहला प्यार है। संत ऐसा वाला प्यार थोड़ी करेंगे, ऐसे वाले तो डेरा झूठा सौदा वाले पड़े नहीं।
वैसे ही करेंगे तो ईश्वर
राम रहीम
वैसे ही करते होंगे जैसा ईश्वर चाहता होगा।
Yes, the love of a saint is to connect the souls to God. ये सेवा करना is his love for everyone. इससे उसको कुछ नहीं मिलने वाला। मान लो if you become a devotee of Lord Krishna, what will I get? Nothing.
ईश्वर चाहता होगा कि हमारे बहुत सारे संत रहें इस धरती पर।
Yes.
और
जैसे होता है ना, मान लो एक पिता है, इसके दो बच्चे हैं, एक बिगड़ गया, थोड़ा घूमने में निकल गया वो, तो पिता क्या करते हैं? अपने अच्छे बच्चे को बोलते हैं, जा समझाओ उसको, लल्लू बना घूम रहा है वो, educate कर। So God sends His good children to educate His naughty children, so that naughty also become good, and then this good go to further more naughty children, उनको भी लेकर जाओ। This is how everything functions.
So you told about this unsatisfied, we should be unsatisfied in dorothy, we should be unsatisfied in chanting the whatever the unsatisfied in the progress,
Daily progress. अब देखा गधे को उसको मालिक कैसे चलाता है? गधे का आगे कैसे ये स्टिक होती है और ये होती है कैरेट, ठीक है? गधा चलता रहता है, कैरेट उसके मुंह में आती है नहीं आती, इस तरह से चलते रहते हैं। The carrot of satisfaction doesn't enter the mouth. पहले मैनेजर था, सीनियर मैनेजर हुआ, एग्जीक्यूटिव, सीनियर एग्जीक्यूटिव, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स, चेयरमैन, फिर एक कंपनी से दूसरी कंपनी से तीसरी कंपनी से चौथी कंपनी, विदाउट एनी सेटिस्फैक्शन। से ग्रोथ कुछ नहीं होती, प्रोफेशनल ग्रोथ नहीं, दो रोटी कमा रहे हो ना, और इतना ही करना होता है, दैट्स इट। 12 घंटे काम करें कोई सेटिस्फैक्शन नहीं होता, दारू पीना सुबह, जितने लोग बैठे हम झंडे गाड़ के दिखाएंगे, उसी झंडे के नीचे बैठे दारू पीते होते। मैंने झगड़ा गाड़ लिया, लेकिन पहले मैं देसी ठगा पीता था, अब मैं पीता हूँ विदेशी दारू। So definition of success is to make a transition from देसी दारू to विदेशी दारू। क्या डेफिनेशन है ना? पर ज्यादातर लोग ये डेफिनेशन फॉलो कर रहे थे, नहीं होते। पहले देसी दारू पीता था, बढ़िया है, एयरपोर्ट में आते हैं, एयरपोर्ट में ये how much is this for? 1.5 lakh. Give it to. पैकेज अच्छा है सर, तो यहाँ लगाता है वो, फिर यहाँ सेटिस्फाइड नहीं हुआ, फिर क्या करेगा? फिर यहाँ सेटिस्फैक्शन मिलेगा वो, हेरोइन में, उसकी हीरोइन तो भागेगी किसी और के साथ, अब क्या करेगा वो? ठीक है, नहीं यहाँ पर, and they become zombies. Wow, what a climax of happiness. Search for happiness. है जी? मोक्ष क्या है? मोक्ष सिंपल डेफिनेशन है becoming free from karma absolutely, and you become free from the cycle of birth and death and entering the world of eternity, eternal life. That's moksha. But how that becomes possible? By being in love with God. Moksha is free. ऐसे ऐड हो ना, प्लाज्मा टीवी खरीदिए, डीवीडी प्लेयर फ्री पाइए, तो डीवीडी प्लेयर खरीदेंगे हम लोग? बताइए, अगर ऐसी ऐड हो, प्लाज्मा टीवी खरीदिए, एलसीडी टीवी खरीदिए, डीवीडी प्लेयर फ्री पाइए, सो फिर आप डीवीडी प्लेयर खरीदोगे अलग से? मैंने बहुत मुश्किल सवाल पूछा क्या? नहीं खरीदेंगे। अरे एलसीडी खरीदेंगे ना, डीवीडी प्लेयर तो फ्री है साथ में, सो व्हाट विल यू गो फॉर? LCD TV. So similarly, love for God is LCD TV. Moksha is a DVD player. So इसलिए devotees are not after moksha. अरे वो तो फोकट में मिलेगा हमको. We should aspire for love for God. That should be the goal of life. Moksha is free. वो तो मिलेगा by default. हाँ? बहुत सी बात है, गॉड को तो हमने देखा नहीं, प्यार कैसे करेंगे? बात है। अब अगर कॉलेज में क्या होता है, जब लड़के लड़कियों के बारे में बातें कर रहे होते हैं, कि लड़के लोगों के बारे में बात करनी होती है, भले देखा ना होता, चर्चा कर करके भाई कौन है यार, अबे 1 घंटा तुमने सुना दिया उसके बारे में, मिला दे भाई। You have made me desperate. Desperation comes by hearing. सुन के डेस्परेशन आती है, राइट? तो भगवान के दर्शन करने के लिए दर्शन सुनना पड़ता है। One of the meaning of दर्शन is philosophy. दर्शन आंखों से क्या होता है? दर्शन। कानों से क्या सुनते हैं? दर्शन। So when we hear darshan, then we get darshan. But those who do not hear darshan, even when they have darshan, they don't have darshan. हाँ, संगमरमर है, अच्छा है, nice painting, good carving. कहाँ से बनाया आपने ये राधा कृष्ण की मूर्ति? ये संगमरमर कहाँ से लेके आए? जयपुर से। अच्छा है, अच्छा है। दर्शन हुए इसको? नहीं हुए, क्योंकि दर्शन सुनता नहीं है। तो जो दर्शन सुनेगा वो दर्शन करेगा। So by hearing we become desperate for God, and then that desperation leads to darshan of God. ठीक है जी? Yes, so that's the power of hearing about God, which leads to love for God. Like scripture says, Sada sevya, Srimad Bhagavati Katha, Yasya Shravana Matrena, Hari Chittam Samashret. So Sada Seva, Srimad Bhagavatam Katha, ये भागवतम की जो कथा है, क्या करने से इसको सदा सेव्या। यस्य श्रवण मात्रेण, इसको श्रवण करने से क्या होगा? हरि चित्तम समाश्रय, Lord Hari becomes situated, fixed up in the heart. हम चित्तौड़ के थे, सब निकल जाएगा।
सबसे अच्छा तरीका ये है कि कथाएं सुनने की और
Yes, actually this was a car culture. पहले लोग खेती बाड़ी करते थे, शाम को 3 घंटा सब कथा सुनने के लिए आते थे गाँव में. They were happy people. अभी कोई नहीं आता, क्यों? सबके घर में आ गई ईडी बॉक्स, फिर उससे बड़ा आ गया स्मार्टफोन, फिर सबसे बड़े भैया आ गए इंटरनेट. तीनों ने हमारे को एंथनी, तीनों को सब कुछ नहीं खराब कर दी. Now nobody comes to hear
सरकार
discuss.
ने यूट्यूब पे पंगा लिया कि
YouTube और भी बहुत कुछ है.
कौन सुनने जाए.
हाँ, YouTube पे और भी बहुत कुछ है. उस पर Who let the dogs out? Wow, 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 wow. उसमें और भी बहुत कुछ है, right? Okay. Last question. चीज बात नहीं करें, ये last question बोला था, मैं finish कर देंगे. हाँ, अच्छा ये हाँ, they're in their own world.
क्या ऐसा लगता है कि सबको यही रह के सेवा करनी चाहिए मोक्ष से ज्यादा? कभी किसी संत को ऐसा लगता है कि यही रह के जन सेवा करनी चाहिए मोक्ष से ज्यादा?
हाँ, actually क्या है कि जन सेवा हम लोग करते हैं. And there are two kinds of saints. इनको बोलते हैं, एक बोलते हैं भजनानंदी. That means they are in their own bhajan, they do their special practices, leaves bother about the world whether you get delivered or not. That's bhajananandi. Second kind of saints are one are known as goshtanandi. That means they have their own spiritual practices, plus they are concerned about others as well. So in ISKCON the saints are goshtanandi. That means we are also concerned about other people's welfare as well. So in the morning, 6 hours of spiritual practices. From 4 a.m. till 10 a.m. we do our spiritual practices. The rest of the day we are concerned for other people as well.
In this situation, we should not only bhajan but reading is like to.
Yeah, reading, hearing, distribution of prasadam. Like ISKCON is world's largest pure vegetarian food distribution organization. Just in COVID, ISKCON distributed 7 crore plates of prasadam. Now ये नहीं वो बूंदी, दाल, सब्जी, रोटी, चावल, 7 crore plate बांटी है ISKCON ने COVID के समय. So those who are spiritual, they are naturally social as well. Yeah, also giving us spiritual knowledge. It's nice. Thank you very much. Everyone was very good, aptly listening, asking good questions. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.